So what comes to your mind when you hear real estate? I know, I know what it is. It's properties, right? Fine. And you are not far from what it is. You are right. Real estate has to do with what? Properties, and what? Properties. So the concept real estate, what is it all about? The concept real estate, what is it all about? So real estate refers to what? Land and any physical properties that is attached to it. Real estate refers to what? Land and any physical properties or property that is attached to the land. Any physical property that is attached or that is fixed, permanently fixed on the land. That is what real estate is. So one could also say that real estate is a physical property with a tangible attachment or improvement along with it. So land, then you now have a physical properties permanently attached to the land or an improvement on that land. Having gotten this point, what are the examples of real estate? Real estate is all around us. Real estate is all around us. Okay, so it's not something that is far away. It's something we are familiar with, something we know, something we see every day. So what are the examples of real estate? Now, the examples of real estate includes houses, it includes buildings, it includes commercial properties, it includes office space, it includes shopping centers, it even includes hospitals. All right, because those are properties that has been fixed or that has been attached permanently to a land. So think of those properties you come across, even the land close to you, beside your building, behind your building. It's a real estate. It's an example of a real estate. So real estate has to do with properties and it has to do with land and those properties that has been fixed on the land. Okay, so those are they are the examples of real estate. That's what real estate is all about. Then understand this: real estate has nothing to do with your furnitures. They are not. It has nothing to do with your farm equipment. It has nothing to do with your vehicles. Your cars. They are not real estate. They are not examples of real estate. As well as your jewelries, it's not a real estate. Okay, those are not real estate. Real estate has to do with real properties. They are fixed, they are tangible. Okay, now let's not forget that land is also an example of a real estate. Okay, now having said this, having tried to look at broadly what real estate is, I also want us to look at what are the careers, what careers can one decide to pursue in real estate. Who are those people that, okay, I work as a real estate this, I work at real estate that. What are they? First, we have the people we call the brokers. Okay, we have the real estate agents, which I am one of them. Then we have real estate developers. Okay, then we have asset managers, we have property managers, lawyers too can work in real estate, and so many other careers one might decide to pursue in real estate. Brokers, appraisers, agents, developers, lawyers, accountants, asset managers, as well as property managers. So these are some of the careers one might pursue in real estate. So what are the types of real estate? Real estate is categorized into 4 different types. So this and this. 4 different types or 4 different categories of real estate. So real estate is categorized into 4 types. The first one is the one we call residential real estate. Okay, we have residential real estate, we have commercial real estate, we have industrial real estate, Lastly, we have land. That's my favorite of them all. Properties. We talk of properties, I must mention land. Okay, so we have, let's go over it again. We have industrial, we have commercial, we have residential. Lastly, we have land. Land, okay? So when we talk of residential real estate, what are they? Residential, you know what it means, right? So when we talk of residential, we're talking of those properties, those buildings, those apartments. It could be a single family apartment, it could be units, multiple families apartment. That is when you have different units. Maybe you have flats, you have 3 bedroom, 6 units of 3 bedroom. Okay, those ones that are basically for living purposes. So it's constructed, it was built for families to pack in, be for us to live in. All right, so those ones are residential. Then we now have the ones we call the commercial has to do with those ones that are there, those properties that we use, or that are the purposes for constructing them, or yes, the purposes for constructing them is basically for business. Such properties like your office space, all right, your the hospital you go to, the shopping complex, and the list goes on. So those ones are for commercial. They are there for business, for commercial purposes. Then the other one I mentioned is the one we call the industrial real estate. Now, the industrial real estate is a type of real estate that its purpose is for industrial purposes. They are used for manufacturing, production, uh, yes, manufacturing, production, and distributions. So you think of factories, that's an example of one. You think of warehouse, you think of plants. It could also be a building for research. They are for industrial purposes. And the last one is land. Okay, so land now, this one we have vacant land, like the one there. Then we have the ones that are undergoing development. Okay, then we have ones that are used for agricultural purposes, for farm, for ranch, and etc. So we have so many of them. So these four are the basic categories of real estate, or the basic types of real estate. Now, another important thing you have to know is this: that real estate is vast. It's very vast. It's broad. Okay, it has different aspects. Okay, different aspects of real estate. So real estate provides opportunities for investment. It provides opportunities for employment as well. It also provides opportunities for wealth creation. In fact, some wealthy people today has a portfolio of wealth creation through real estate. So real estate is an instrument for investment. So if you want to succeed in real estate, there is need for you to know the real estate market. There's need for you to know the laws, the regulations, the procedures of buying, selling, leasing, and investing in real estate. So when you have the knowledge, solid knowledge, so to say, or solid understanding, so you have to have solid understanding of real estate market, real estate laws, the regulations, the procedures of buying, selling, and leasing, and property management in real estate. So if you have this solid understanding, then you are good to go.